Welcome back to Life Beyond Logs. My name is Ashley. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new silk top topper from Uniwigs. It's called Silk Essence, and I'm really excited about this one because it is new to me. It's also fully hand tied, and the price point doesn't match fully hand tied. It's actually a really good price point for something that is going to give you a lot of lift and a lot of parting ability, and that's what we're going to take a look at together. So in a nutshell, why would you want a fully hand tied silk topper? And the answer is it's going to have more lift and it is going to give you maximum parting ability. So a lot of silk top toppers that you get, they have like a 3x3 or a 4x4 sized area where you can part, so you can still do center and slide off side. But with this particular piece, you're going to be able to part anywhere in that 5x7 area and have natural scalp appearance, which is really cool and really exciting. So thank you to Uniwigs for sending this over so that I can have a look at it. Okay, the box is actually full of all kinds of goodies, and I don't know if I should let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to. So they stocked my order with, the typical thank you card. We have a piece of scar tape. This is the Uniwigs brand scar tape. It works really nicely because it's pre-cut to size for you to have even more of a, like a realistic looking part, adding that extra opaqueness to the silk, though you won't need it for this particular piece. And then they've also included their newest product, which I'm going to do a whole review of and show you how to install it, of their hair building fibers. So they've added cotton fibers to their lineup, which is really exciting. And I have it in 2 different colors. So we're going to take a look at that in an upcoming video. But let's get into this topper itself. Oh my goodness, sorry. So I truly have not opened this yet. I haven't looked at it. I wanted to look at it with you for the first time. And I'm not even sure what color I'm getting. 512R, I believe, is the new code for the light moose brown. That's what I believe it is. So it does look moosey to me. So I'm guessing that that's what I've got here. So, okay. And it also comes with an extra comb and extra clips. And Uniwigs, I've heard things in the past and it always makes me really mad. I get really fired up if people say that their clips aren't good, because they actually use the best clips. And I'm not exaggerating, they really do. I've been wearing toppers for 4.5 years now, and they actually use the best pressure sensitive clips. These are the ones that will not damage your hair. If applied correctly, they're not aggressive. Like, I can do it so easily. These are great clips. And so they give you extra, which is amazing, because if you want to add more beyond what you have here, there are 3, you could add like the other 2 and have 5, and then apply different clips each day so that you can give your hair and your scalp a bit of a break. So I love that. Okay, so this topper is 16 inches long, I believe. 16 inches long, 130% density, and the code is PS2403. So Silk Essence is a 5x7. I'm gonna go ahead and cut cut this out of there, the tag out, so that we can look at her more easily. Okay, this is really, I like this cap construction. Okay, so it's a thin piece of silk that they've used. I can see that. And I kind of like that because I think this is going to have more breathability than the traditional silk top. So if you've been around with me for a while, you know I love Uniwigs Savannah from Uniwigs. It is a high density 9x9 silk top topper with that 4x4 parting area. If you want full coverage, you will love Savannah. She comes with a with a cut already installed, so she's very much like wear out of the box friendly. I really do love that piece, but this piece might be a really good alternative if you are looking for something that has more breathability, because like if I hold this up close to the camera, I don't know if you can, yeah, you maybe can see that there's still some transparency there, and it's because they've used this really nice thin meshy material underneath to protect your scalp from the silk. So the hair, maybe I should start at the beginning. If you don't know what a silk top topper is, how it works is that hairs, instead of being sewn into a lace and then pulled back out, they are sewn into a silk material, and that silk material is opaque in color. So you can see here, that's where we're getting the natural looking scalp. If this was lace, let me show you what lace looks like. Okay, so I have another Uniwigs wig here, Uniwigs topper here. This one is lace. So you can see through it completely, and it does not have the realistic looking scalp. I mean, it does depending on what you put under it. So if you put something beige colored underneath, you're gonna have a realistic looking scalp. But if you have something black underneath, like if you have naturally black hair, you lose some of that realism in the scalp. So that's lace, and this is a Uniwigs topper. I think it's Airy Light. Then we have this now, and it's sewn into, the hairs are sewn into a silk piece of material that is opaque, so it creates that realistic looking scalp. And then they've lined it with this nice, really, truly like soft mesh material to protect your scalp from feeling any of those knots in the hair fibers. So pretty great. They've edged it with some silicone stripping, so it's going to have a little bit of grippiness there, which is good. And then you have your pressure sensitive clips around the perimeter. So this is going to be a really great in-between if you want the realism of silk, but you want to have that lightness. Okay, now I'm going to apply this with warning you that the way that I apply toppers is different from how a lot of people who wear toppers and review them online do. So most women are going to wear this behind the hairline slightly, and then they're going to pull their biological hair out to blend. So I will show you in the video where I use the hair fibers, which I will film either today or next week and upload it. I will show you how you can use hair fibers to blend so that you can get more realism and wear your topper slightly behind your hairline. However, for me personally, oh gosh, I just got my own hair. There we go. See how easily your hair comes out of it if you just open it right up? But for me personally, because I have such a weak hairline and because I have this persistent gray that I cannot seem to cover no matter what I do, I'm gonna actually install this in front of my own hairline. So I'm gonna wear it more like up here and clip it in. I really love the color. The highlighting is nice. It's not too much. It's not too aggressive. I think I maybe, yeah, I didn't put it forward enough because my own hair is poking through. Okay, so now that I've got it installed, this is out of the box, nothing done to it. We're gonna go ahead, use a flat iron and flatten her out a little bit so we get a better match to my bio hair underneath. My flat iron is on its last leg. If I showed you, you'd be horrified. The entire casing has fallen off of the electrical part. So there's just like exposed electrical elements there. It's very dangerous. Okay, this is really nice. So the one thing that I'm noticing as I'm looking at this is unlike, so if you've had the traditional silk top from Uniwigs, you don't really have any return hairs, and return hairs are the shorter little hairs. Now I'm not gonna be able to find any as I try to illustrate what they are. Oh, come on, there are some in here. But they're the shorter hairs where you have like a long hair. It gets put into the topper and then pulled back out. That happens when you have like a fully hand-tied system like this one with that breathability. The traditional silk top that Uniwigs offers, you don't have any return hairs. So that is something to make note of, is that they're going to be a little bit more, they're going to require just a little bit of attention, just like your own biological hair would. You know, sometimes you have like breakage, or when you have new growth, you get these like shorter hairs and they can go a little wonky on you and you have to kind of tame them. You're gonna have that happening probably a little bit with this topper, but in a lot of ways it's actually ideal because it does look more realistic when you have return hairs, because your own biological hair is never of one uniform, like perfect length. And that tends to be the giveaway for a topper or wig. In fact, my kid, when she was, 9 years old, was commenting about that. Like, Mom, no one's hair looks that perfect all the time. So her favorite pieces are the ones that tend to have a more realistic texture to them and more of that like return hair kind of look. Okay, it's not taking a lot of work here at all to straighten this out. One day I'm going to figure out a way to set this all up so that I have a mirror in front of me, because I'm just looking in my camera right now and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see what I'm doing. I'm more just feeling it out as I go. Okay, that should be pretty good. So the only thing you might be noticing here, and it's such an easy fix. I get messages about this all the time because every company that has a silk top or a monotop topper has this issue because they're going to use like a beige scalp colored material. You might see the edging right there, and you can just color it with a marker. I'm not kidding. A brown Sharpie, dark brown Sharpie will do the trick and you'll never see it. You also won't see it if you're blending your topper into your own biological hair. It's just for those of us who wear it right at the front. That's where you start to notice it. I don't want to color this topper because it may be just a sample piece and I don't want to start permanently playing with it. But that is a really easy fix and can have a huge impact. Okay, so we've got her on. You can see how easily I was able to straighten that, and same with curls. So if I want, I can turn her into a curly piece, and I probably will do that in another video just to show you how easily she curls. But for now, I want to keep her straight, get some pictures of her looking this way, and then I'll do that moving forward. So pretty good coverage. It's not a heavy coverage like you would expect with Savannah. With Savannah, my own biological hair won't poke out at all in the back. But with this one, it will. So you're gonna need to go with a slightly closer match to your bio hair than you might need to with a larger base or a heavier density. But you still get good coverage on the scalp. And there's that breathability factor, which is so nice. It comes with a pre-cut. I'm seeing this now. It comes with pre-cut pieces in the front. So you have like a long curtain bang and a little bit of layering throughout, which is going to make it very wearable out of the box. It's going to be the perfect piece because of that for an updo. So, you know, you can put it in a claw clip, for example, like this, right? You could do a ponytail, you could do a long braid. You're gonna have options because it's just a good amount of density and it has that pre-cut bang to frame the face, because that ends up being the giveaway a lot of the time that you're wearing a topper or a wig. But because we have these, you'll never actually know. I really like this one a lot. So this is Silk Essence from Uniwigs. Look at that scalp, pretty great. And also if I were to just part her somewhere else, which I could do easily with a bit of water. I have videos on how to do this, by the way. If you want to see how to move the part over, you can take a look at, oh my goodness, I can't remember what it's called. I'll try to link it here, but I have another video where I move my part around. It's with the Upgrade Aura in light moose brown, and you'll see how I did that super easily. So you can part to the far side, you can part far over on this side, and anywhere that you part, you're gonna have realistic looking scalp. And that's also gonna help with realism in terms of like the overall look. A straight line like this is more of a giveaway, but if you can just mess up the part a little bit with some water and a hairdryer, you're instantly gonna make your topper look more realistic. So yeah, it's a good option as well. If you have any questions about this piece or anything else in the Uniwigs lineup, please drop them below. Also, if you have requests, please send them to me. Uniwigs is really responsive. They want to know what you want. They want genuine feedback. They always ask me when there's a new product what my real thoughts are on it, honestly, because they want to make the products as good as they can for you. So if you have questions, if you have comments, if you want to see something from their lineup on this page, let me know and I will see what I can do about featuring it. So thank you to Uniwigs for sending this over. This is a beautiful option for those who want a hand tied, because there's lots of lift. You can see how much lift there is there. Lots of lift if you want it. Of course, you can tame her down. Lots of breathability, but still getting the natural scalp appearance of a silk top. This one is definitely for you. And thank you very much. I will see you in the next video.